dolls, welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys are all fabulous today. I have been gone, I know, all week. I actually did try to film, but I didn't really like how the video came out, so I decided we are gonna go ahead and try this again. Today's video is going to be a little drugstore haul that I picked up, and we are going to be testing a new foundation. I originally was going to try to do a test of the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation, which is this one right here, but I ended up getting another one that I've been dying to try on. So that's what we're going to do today, and then I'll come back to this and test it out for you guys later. I did want to give it a couple of days though, because I don't like just doing like a first impression of foundations, because I feel like you can't get a good like real impression of what a foundation is like and what it can do unless you wear it at least a couple of times, you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do today, darlings. So first I'm going to start off with my haul, my little drugstore haul, because when I do apply my makeup, I am horrible with doing like a talk and like get ready with me, a chit chat, get ready with me type of stitch. I actually tried to do that on my last one, and my videos end up being like 9 hours long, and I talk too much. You guys know my intros are always like freaking 1,000 hours long, and I can't help it. I just talk a lot, you know? So I'm going to do a voiceover for that, but I do want to go through everything I got first, and then we're going to try it all on, wear it throughout the day, and see how everything holds up. I always love a good bargain, so if I can find stuff that works amazing at the drugstore, I'm going to share it with the world, because I like to save a buck. I love my high end, but I like to save a buck too and find these little gems that don't cost a lot, you know? So I actually went to 2 different drugstores. I went to Rite Aid and Walgreens and picked up a few things from each, and I decided to leave my face, you know, just a bare canvas today, because I want to be able to, like I said, try on everything. I almost got a whole full face of makeup, like legit. First, I'm going to start off with something kind of odd that I got. I'm a sucker for As Seen on TV, like a huge sucker. I always have to hit that freaking aisle up, and I've actually seen this. I've already opened it up, and I'm actually going to be filming a whole little video on this. It's just going to take a while because I'm going to try it for a month, but I got the Miracle Teeth Whitener As Seen on TV. So I'm going to be the spokesperson for them. This is not sponsored, by the way. So I am a smoker, and it's horrible. And I used to drink a lot of coffee and all that good stuff. And I actually got my teeth bleached once years ago, but after I got them bleached, because I'm still a smoker, the enamel was taken off my teeth, and my teeth were so much worse. Like, they were really, really bright and white for, I would say, about 6 months to a year, but then the staining was like 10 times worse than before I got it bleached. And I was talking to my dentist about it because I wanted to get them bleached again, and he does not recommend me doing it until I quit smoking, because I'm just gonna have to keep blowing money, and it takes the enamel off. Now there's a lot newer stuff than there was out back then, but this one is supposed to be a natural teeth whitener, and all it is activated charcoal and coconut oil, and both of those things are said to whiten teeth. I don't think it's like really supposed to be harsh on your teeth or your enamel. I'm hoping it's not. And it says it's got activated coconut charcoal powder that helps remove the stains from teeth, and organic orange seed oil, which is also a natural teeth whitener, and bentonite, which remineralizes teeth and absorbs toxins naturally. So I tried it out for the first time today. earlier when I brushed my teeth. So what you do is you just literally, it's a jar full of powder and it's so freaking messy. This stuff is so messy. There's no way to do this without getting this crap everywhere. But you just wet your toothbrush and you do it before you brush your teeth. Dip it into the powder, shake off the excess, and brush your teeth. And it tastes like baking soda is the best way I can describe it. And you brush your teeth with it really good and then rinse the hell out of it and then go in with your actual just brushing your teeth with your normal toothpaste and flossing and all that jazz. And you're supposed to do it twice a day for best results, and some people see results after the first couple of times. So we're gonna see how this works. I'm gonna follow up. I'm actually gonna be filming this. I don't know if I'm going to go a month or a couple weeks, but I'm going to try it every day for a while, and I'm going to, you know, film, and we're going to see how white these babies get, because right now they're so embarrassing. Like, they're to a point I'm like so embarrassed to smile. So yeah, we're going to hope that this works. The next thing I got that's beauty related but not for my face is I picked up more of these awesome Kiss like glue-on nails. They're not the press-on ones, though they do come with the little gel pads if you want to make them press-on type. I personally don't like those. I think they're janky and yucky, but I actually put this pair on already, and these are gorgeous. Like, and I actually got stopped twice at work yesterday with people who are like, oh my God, where do you get your nails done? And I had to tell them, I pay like $8 at Walgreens, and sometimes I hit a good sale and find them like 50% off, and the designs and all the rhinestones and everything are so freaking cute, and they have so many different designs. And then I picked up these, which are square, and they're like a matte black with like this gorgeous like navy blue like diamond effect. Really pretty, but I have like millions of these because I just love them. They're great when you're in between getting your nails done or you don't have the money to go spend $120 like my nail lady costs to get them all bling the fuck out. So, and they have like great ones. They have long, short, medium. They have stiletto nails. They have square nails. They have rounded. Whatever you want, they literally have. And mine lasts 2 weeks, and I'm going to tell you how. When I first started doing these, they would last 1 to 2 days, and that was because I wasn't like really cleaning my nail bed. The best way to do it is take an alcohol pad, and it takes all the oils off of your nails, and once you do that, just gluing them on, mine literally will last for 2 weeks. Just taking an alcohol pad or alcohol and a cotton ball and just taking all that oil off your nail pad and then gluing it on. But that's my little secret to keeping these babies on, and I love them. So much cheaper than getting your nails done, and you don't have to worry about waiting for nails to dry or anything like that. They're awesome. Next thing I picked up is I needed another moisturizer since I'm getting low on my LMA, and my LMA moisturizer is so expensive. So I like to get something a little bit cheaper, and one of my favorite drugstore ones, believe it or not, is the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. This moisturizer, it's a lot more simple than the other ones on the market. Is very, very simple, and I like it because, one, it doesn't break me out, and it's very hydrating, and it is so like, it just soaks into my skin really well, and it actually acts as a really good primer for me too. So if you have dry skin and you want a really good like primer or a good moisturizer that's not going to cost a lot, this e.l.f. one is great. It's only $8. Okay, something new that I picked up that I haven't tried yet is the Maybelline Master Prime, and I got the Hydrate and Smooth one. So these have been out for a really long time, and I've tried their whole Master line. I had their Master setting spray, their Master concealer, which I actually love. It's super full coverage. I've tried everything from their line except their primers, and I needed a new primer, and you know, I'm on a budget. So I decided to pick this one up. And actually what it was is Walgreens was having a buy one, get one 50% off of L'Oreal and Maybelline products, and you can mix and match, and I actually needed another item to get my 50% off. I don't want to pass that up. So I ended up picking this up. So we're going to try this out today as well and see how this works with my skin. I picked up while I was there another of the Age Rewind Maybelline concealer. This is, or the Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles concealer. This one is my favorite, and this is in the color Ivory, which is the lightest. The other one I had, the lightest color they had was Fair, so I did pick another one up before I was even out of the other one. But I love this one so much. It's not cakey or heavy, and it really conceals everything. This is probably, besides my Makeup Revolution, probably the best low-end concealer on the market, hands down. So another thing I had to pick up, which is not new to me, was my Wet n Wild bronzer that I've been stuck on lately because it's the only one that's light enough for me without like just being too much, too orangey or too muddy. Was the Wet n Wild Ticket to Brazil one that comes in like the big circular one, you know what I mean? Well, that bronzer has been really hard to find lately, and I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why are they not selling it anymore? And I thought maybe it was because they have the Contour Duo powders, and I thought maybe they weren't selling enough of the bronzers anymore, so they just weren't going to bring them back on the shelf. But no. They were repackaging, my children. So luckily, when I was passing by a display, I just happened to look down, and I thought they were highlighters, and I leaned down, I saw Ticket to Brazil. I'm like, holy crap, there is my freaking bronzer. No wonder I couldn't find it, because I was looking for the big circular one. So all they did was repackage it, and I'm excited. But the only thing is, it's the same price of $4.99. It's really cheap, but this has less product in it than the other one. So the other one has like 13 grams in it, and I want to say this one only has 11 grams. But I think they spent more on the packaging and a little less on the powder, which is fine. I don't care. It's a couple grams. It's a cheap bronzer, but I just had to put that out there. But I am so excited because now I can start finding it in stores again, because I would have to go on like a hunt for this. The thing I picked up, I had to take out of the package because the packaging is gold and it was just reflecting horrible on my camera. So I picked up the new Ardell Remy lashes. I haven't tried them yet. This is in the style 718. They look a lot like the wispy ones, and oh, this one's coming off the thing. But they also look double stacked. They're really pretty, so I'm excited to try it. They're just Remy hair, which is real human hair, and they're like nice and wispy and pretty. So I'm excited to try these out. Another brand new thing that I got was the Physicians Formula Butter Eyeshadow Palette in the color Tropical Days. Now, let me explain this. I was actually trying to get the Casey Holmes Physicians Formula collaboration they did, the big box ones like the last one I got. But that freaking palette, I didn't even know when it came out, and it sold out in minutes, you guys. Minutes. It was only available at the Physicians Formula website and on Ulta, and it sold out like that. So they said that they are going to be restocking. I'm going to try to get it, get my hands on it, and if I do, obviously I'll review it on here, and I will try to pick up 2, that way I can give one away. They also came out with a slew of new items. They came out with 2 new eyeshadow palettes using their butter formula, and it smells just like the butter bronzer, and that smells like coconuts. If you've never smelled it, smells like a pina colada, basically. This one and the other palette, they had 2 of them, and to me, the other one was very similar to this one, only the purple that was down right here was down here, and it was a matte color. And these were a little bit more warm, while the other palette was a little more cool toned. And this one just spoke to me more, and I didn't want to get another palette that I wasn't going to use just for the sake of a review. I feel like they're going to be the same formula, so it's just different colors. So I just picked up one, and this retailed, I believe it was like $16. But I do want to swatch them really quick for you, so let me go ahead and swatch them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this 4 first, then this 4, then this 4, only because I can only roll my sleeves up so far. So far, here is the first 4. Let me fix the lighting. Okay, so here is the first 4. These ones, oops, right here, there are 3 mattes and a shimmer in that one. Sorry, it's a little wonky. I'm like the worst. But the mattes, at least that cream colored one, is really soft and kind of crumbly, and that one feels a lot like the City Mini Palettes formula, while the white one and the pink one aren't as soft and crumbly. Those actually went on really, really nice, a lot more pigmented. They seem to be packed in a lot more, and that shimmer is just absolutely perfect. That was one little swipe, barely dug in at all, and it's really, really pretty. Okay, so next we're doing this middle 4 right here, and I don't know if it's because they're deeper colors, but holy crap, the pigment on these was so much more intense. That shimmer is really beautiful. I'm really liking the shimmers, and they're not so soft like a lot of shimmers, so I don't think they'll give you a lot of fallout. Same with the mattes though. They're not really soft and crumbly, these ones. The ones that seem to be in these rectangular ones are a lot more soft, but these bigger square pans are not so much, and these ones are packed in there a lot better, and they just seem to glide on so nice, and they're not chalky at all. So I am really, really digging these. Okay, so now we're going to do the last 4 over here, and this one right here, it is so, like, compared to the other shimmers, this one is so shiny. It's like metallic. It's like got glitters in it and stuff too. This one is like, whoa, 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 whoa. The pigment's unreal. And even with these ones too, these colors are so beautiful. And then this one's obviously a matte, and it's kind of like a vintagey taupey purple, which is really gorgeous. I cannot wait to use these 2 middle colors right there though. Those are so gorgeous. I'm definitely going to use one of them in the look today. So we're going to try that out and see how they perform, because swatching, as we all know, doesn't always mean that they're going to perform. So we're going to see if there's fallout, no fallout, if they're just as pigmented on the eyes, and how they perform, period. So last but not least, the foundation I've been wanting to try out since I heard it was coming out was a new one in the Infallible line, which is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear freaking foundation. I accidentally did grab one that was like 4 or 5 shades too dark for my face, but that's okay, because we all know with the magic of makeup, I can make anything work. But we are testing that out, and just to let you know, I did get this about 3 days ago, and I've been wearing it every day because I wanted to test it out for you guys. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys the try on of all of these products right now, and we're going to see how it wears throughout the day. I'm going to show you guys the wear test, and then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on this and see if it's worth getting or not. I will say though, just right off the bat, this one, as far as like consistency and everything goes, reminds me a lot of the very first foundation that came out of the Infallible line, and a lot of you guys may have never heard about it. It didn't take off like the Infallible Pro Matte and Pro Glow, but it was the L'Oreal Infallible Advanced Never Fail Makeup, which was 18-hour wear, and it's so hard to find. Walmart was carrying it for a brief second, and then they stopped when Pro Matte took off, and then they brought it back once more. And I actually, when they brought it back, I thought it was a brand new one, so I ended up picking it up. Come to find out, it was like 2 years old. But I ended up loving it, and I don't know why it never took off. So this one, I will say right off the bat, reminded me very much of this one as far as like consistency and everything. This one, I think though there were some differences. Just stay tuned to the end. I'll explain. But right now we're going to go ahead and put it on. Sorry this video is going to be a little bit longer, so just get comfortable, grab something to eat, grab a little snacky snack, and get comfy and stay tuned. We're going to put some makeup on. So before we get into foundation, I have to moisturize this dull, dry skin. Actually, I've been doing really good. It was my motivation this year because I haven't taken such good care of my skin to do better. Just do better. That's my all-around goal. And my skin has actually been on point the last couple of weeks, but you got to moisturize it. And then next, I'm taking the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating primer and patting that into my skin. I really like this foundation. I think this may actually be my new favorite drugstore foundation, but I've really loved everything from the Master Maybelline line. Everything's been great, from their powder to the concealers. So the moment we've all been waiting for, the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. Gosh dang, that's a mouthful. It claims to be long wearing but light on the face, breathable foundation, medium to full coverage, buildable without being cakey. It's supposed to be your skin but better, but like a full coverage your skin but better. And yes, I know the color is the wrong one. It is, you know, I grabbed the wrong one, but what are you going to do? We're going to make it work just for this sake. I have a burn on my forehead, and I just want to show you guys how well this covers. That covers everything, and this is the first little layer. Normally I go in heavy cake face, but as you can see, it really isn't thick at all. It's not like watery runny, but it's not really thick. It blends out so beautifully, and it's so luminous on the skin. I am covering my ears and neck just because this is not my color, and we got to make this work for the review's sake. I wanted to see if it was buildable because I've only been doing one layer, and I wanted to see how it looked with 2 layers on it. So I went in with 2 extra pumps and just went over everything. And adding the extra pumps did add some more coverage, but it did not make it thick or cakey at all. And I want to say that this does dry down amazingly. I would feel comfortable not even wearing any powder with it, but just for, you know, sake of treating it like I do all my other foundations, I am going to set it down. So next I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I almost forgot for a second. This is my favorite drugstore concealer next to the Makeup Revolution concealer that came out. Yes, I'm putting an ass load on the center of my face. I'm using it to highlight, and I'm also using it to kind of lighten everything up because that foundation was so dang dark on my face. Unfortunately, that foundation I've noticed does oxidize as well. So if you're getting it, I would say to get it maybe like a shade lighter than what you actually are, because it is going to oxidize, just saying. So I'm just blending this all out, and one thing I love about this concealer is as you can see, I put an ass load on, but it doesn't look like it at all. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit the outer perimeter of my face with bronzer, even though my face is hella dark anyway. This is more just to set it down, and that bronzer has such a luminous glow to it that it's just going to keep that luminosity, that luminous look. I do not want my face looking dry at all. And then to set the center of my face, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. I'm trying to keep everything kind of drugstore-ish with the exception of my highlighter. I think my highlighter is the only thing that I didn't use. My highlighter and lipstick is the only thing I didn't use that was, you know, drugstore. So I'm setting that down, and then I'm going to go in with my ABH contour palette. Oops, I lied again. I did use an ABH contour palette, but there are no good drugstore contour palettes. I take that back too. I lied again. Jeez Louise. The NYX contour palette's actually really good. But, you know, I like this one. This is the one I like. I can't help it. So I'm just contouring in my normal spots, you know, my cheeks, my forehead, and my jawbone, and, you know, got to get rid of the double chin and make myself look as skinny as possible. Got to do what you got to do. And then we're just going to blend it out with a big fluffy bronzer brush or powder brush, whatever you prefer. And then I'm going to go in with my ABH Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, my favorite highlighter in the whole wide world. I don't know why I didn't use my master one by Maybelline, since I've been using all Maybelline and L'Oreal, but I'm just going to hit all my major highlight points and my nose and Cupid's bow and chin and all that good stuff. Pretty much paint my face in highlighter because that's how I do. Then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Peach Paradise to add a little flush of color to the cheeks. This is my favorite drugstore blush of all time. It's so great. And now for the Physicians Formula. I'm going in with that pink, that kind of powder pink, as my transition. I can't talk today. I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. It's been a long time since I've done a tutorial, and just using that as my transition. Then I'm going to go in with that medium brown and just deepen up my crease and slightly above it, just kind of marry that into the pink. I just wanted to lighten that brown up just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with the red. I changed my mind kind of last minute. I wanted to try out that red. So I kind of swept that over where I had the brown. And that red, you have to go in very light-handed. It's so pigmented. And then I'm going to go ahead and use that white to highlight my brow bone. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with that red underneath my lash line and kind of use that as the transition, and then go in with the medium brown and keep that a little bit closer to the lash line and just sweep that over as well, just so it matches everything I got going on upstairs, you know. And then we're going to take that blue. I had to use one of these as the pop of color. Look how freaking amazingly this is going on. It's going on like paint, you guys. It's so freaking good. These colors are so bomb. I'm so impressed with their shimmers. I just die. I really do like this palette. I will say that. This dark brown, though, I wanted to deepen up everything. This dark brown, I'm sweeping it in the outer corner in the crease. It was so patchy and so hard to use and so hard to blend out. I just edited it down so where you really can't see, but it did not want to blend for shiznit. I had to work so hard at it, and it was so patchy, and I had to keep picking it up and going in, picking it up and going in. It was such a pain in the ass. And then I'm going to take this, I don't know what to call this color, like almost like a rosy champagne-y color, and pop that on the inner corner as my inner corner highlight. And then I'm taking a black liner and just lining my top lash line in the waterline, and then using my cream one in the lower lash line waterline, and using my Double Decker by Butter London mascara to coat my lashes before I put my falsies on. And for falsies, I'm going to go ahead and use the ones I bought, the Ardell Remy lashes in 718, and pop these babies on. They're really long. I do need to trim them, but I really love these lashes. These may be my favorite Ardell lashes, hands down. They now beat the double up wispies that I used to love. And last but not least, our lipstick. I'm using Celebrity Skin by Jeffree Star because that's pretty much the only liquid lipstick brand that I use. And they're the best. They're the most comfortable, and that is why. And then I'm going to top it off with this Wet n Wild, like really pigmented lip glossy lipsticky thing that they just came out with. They're so bomb, and I hope they come out with more colors. And then I'm going to top off with Morphe setting spray to finish the look. And this, my dears, is the final look using the Physicians Formula palette and our L'Oreal Infallible 24 Wear foundation. Okay, my dolls, so here is check-in number 1. As you may notice, I had to change the eyeshadow because I couldn't go through my day with blue eyeshadow on. So I just want to stop in really quick and let you guys know just the tea on the eyeshadow really quick. So everything was really pigmented and really good. As you can see, the shimmers are just phenomenal, and the color was really phenomenal. The only problem is that medium brown and the dark brown were very patchy. They went on very pigmented, but they were kind of hard to work with and blend out. And normally I can work with anything. Like, I really can make anything work, but those browns were really patchy even for the likes of me. So I mean, I got it to work. They look great. The rest of the shadows were phenomenal. That red really blended out. Amazing. Pigmentation was amazing. Everything was really pigmented. It was just those two browns that were the only ones that were kind of hard to work with. The darker brown was the worst. The medium brown wasn't as bad. I can make do with that. But that dark brown, I don't think I'll be using that. The foundation so far, freaking flawless. That foundation so far, I love. I thought it was going to be very drying because of the fact most of the Infallible line is on me, and I haven't been able to wear the Pro Matte or the Pro Glow even because it's been really accentuating my pores and lines. But so far, this one is phenomenal, and even building it up, it doesn't look cakey at all. The only thing is I need to go back and get a lighter color because this one's way too dark for me, but we're gonna make do. We're gonna make do with what it is. The makeup is looking flawless so far, and we'll see how it looks throughout the day, and then I will let you guys know my final opinion at the end of the day. I'll be wearing this about 12 hours, so I think that's a pretty good amount of time to let you know if it's going to work out or not. So stay tuned. I will be right back in just a snap. Check-in number 2. Let me take my glasses off. I forgot to check in all day. It is now like 6:30 in the evening. I've been running around making dinner all day. Just made dinner and checking in. The lighting in here is not very good, but this foundation is very good, and it is holding up amazingly. Like, my nose is still matte. My chin is still pretty matte. Everything still feels really dry, and it looks really good. Let me see. It does sink into my creases just a little bit, but every foundation I ever use sinks into my creases. So that's not really an issue to me. I don't know. To me, this still looks really good. I love it. And it feels really light. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing all kinds of stuff. So this has been on now for, God, like 9 hours already. Wait, 8 or 9 hours? No. 8 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this on until I go to bed, and well, until right before I go to bed when I gotta get unmasked and all that. So I will check in once more and give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. Hey dolls, it is the final check-in. It is 9:30 at night, and I don't know why I'm so freaking exhausted today. I actually took a nap this evening after dinner, and luckily I just woke up a bit ago, and for taking a nap, my makeup is still on point. I love this Infallible foundation. Like, I legit freaking love it. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys my final get down on this, but I just wanted to give you guys a close-up and let you know nothing is out of place, and it really looks pretty good on my fine lines. So yeah, I'm gonna set up and I will go over my final thoughts. Okay, so final thoughts, like I just said, I just woke up from a nap. I've had this foundation on about 12 hours and it still is dead ass in place and hasn't budged. I am not, you know, oily anywhere. This foundation is my new favorite drugstore foundation. Hands down. Not even kidding. This stuff is so good. So I'm going to go back to the store and get a lighter color or see if they let me exchange it, even though I've used it to hell the past couple of days. Because this is just like lightweight. It dries down pretty well. I barely had to use any powder to set it down. The outer perimeter of my face just has bronzer on it to set it, and everything just stayed flawlessly. And especially around my nose and mouth, those are my problem places, and they still feel really, really, really matte. Especially my nose around my chin has been really oily too, and everything feels flawless. So I'm really happy with this foundation. This is probably my favorite out of the whole Infallible line so far. They really got it right with this one. So this one is 2 thumbs up. Definitely Desi Glam Life approved. My new favorite, hands down. You guys have to try this. Like, this one is for the books. That Physicians Formula eyeshadow is okay. The shimmers were really, really nice. The mattes were really nice with the exception of those 2 colors. So I'll go ahead and give that like 1.5 thumbs up. Like, it's definitely, if you like the colors, worth purchasing. It's not one of my favorites, but it will get some use. It's not going to go in the vault right away. I will use it a little bit and then put it in the vault. So other than that though, that fucking foundation, oh girl, ooh, that foundation is the bomb.com, and I'm excited because I love me a new foundation. So that's all I have for you guys for tonight. I'm gonna go rest and probably go to bed here in a minute, but I am going to next finally get that review up on the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define foundation that I've had for weeks now. So I'm going to get that up. We will get going on that this week and let you know if we have another great drugstore for the books. So I will let you guys know on our next episode. Love you guys. I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.